uh, about the history. I don't know how important it is. I try not to give a lot of information because you know who I am right now is more important than I was. But like looking back, the important things to know is to introduce myself. Is that obviously I'm a Russian speaker. I lived 10 years in Israel, and then in 2000 I came to America, and since there I live here in the United States for 20 years already. I was in a medical school in Russia, then I had in Tel Aviv, it was in 92 to 96. I had, no, to 95, from 92 to 95. I had my private business in Israel. I was driving to my clients and making some body work. And after that, I worked in, have you been to Israel?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You know, in Tel Aviv, there is Merkaz Shalom. Huge, with the 3 towers. There's a huge center. There's 2 elevations, huge garage, Tachanat Rakevet on this, everything like a big one. So I was a land surveyor for this project and for another very interesting project with the international companies, with Germany, the company that made the channel between Europe to England, and with German and Italian. And then in 2000 I came here, and I started to, in 2002 I started to reopen what I was doing before. I got in 2002 I got my Reiki Master Teacher certification. I started to paint. I did like a lot of people that I acquainted, the shamanism practices. I went to meditation synagogue with Rebbe Falcon, like a lot of things I went through. And in 2010 I finished like working in everywhere, because I said, okay, this is the healing and the healing modalities and what is connected to it. It is my main purpose. It's my main purpose. So I opened the practice in Seattle in 2010, and I had my practice like a cabinet that you can step in, had a massage table, electric massage table, chiropractor, acupuncturist, looking like a team, like we had like a practice there until the time of COVID. So now it's completely crazy there, and I'm here to trying to move myself to the place where the winter is bearable instead of unbearable there. Yeah, it's gloomy and here is nice. So Spokane lady knows it. Yeah, and and that's it. So what I'm doing right now, I'm doing the manual therapy. So manual therapy is the discipline that you do anything with your manos, which is the hands. So I can move your inner organs, do a massage for the inner organs, massage of the body, points, meridians, joints, aligning the joints and the body back, rebalancing everything that is connected with the physical movement of almost every part of the body which is reachable with the hands. That's the first thing. The second thing, I'm still a Reiki master and teacher for those long years, and I do a lot of energy healing and craniosacral, which is born here in Florida, you know. So this genius man created, osteopathic doctor who created the craniosacral. So I'm craniosacral level 1, and managing to get level 2 maybe a little bit later. So proficient in craniosacral. Also for all those years from 2008, I I had a group and I was teaching yoga for, I don't know, 10 years, like more than 10 years. So I was a yoga teacher. So what I was teaching was a composite yoga, which means we have all these movements, the gymnastic movements for the joints that you have, and from that you start doing yoga, because the energy gets stagnant in the stiff joints, and that's what happens usually to people after age, like say 35.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the joints start to be a little bit stiffer, and we need, like, physically there's an urge to move it a little bit, to stretch yourself, all that stuff. So there is a very interesting system built in Russia from Oriental types of exercises and practice for. And this school is like practice for how many years they do it? Like, I think about 30 years or maybe more. The Norvego school. So they have the joint gymnastics for the whole body. So you do the joint gymnastics, and it revitalizes the body, opens it, and then you do yoga. The regular hatha yoga, which intended to bring up the energy level in the body back and heal it as much as it's possible. So that's my background. I also have the stretching machine, but it's for more for the sportsmen, and all kind of like small devices that I'm using, but it's like more detailed. So I'm here, and I asked Abby to gather you guys here because I wanted to introduce myself to the community, and you're my community now. Thank you. What? So let's do this way. So I want to have here some place that I can practice, that I can deliver what I'm doing to other people, and I know some, like Abby, have experienced what I do and probably can pass it, because I don't feel like comfortable talking about myself and like making advertisement of anything. So the word of mouth is much more precious. That's what I would say. Okay.
All I can say is I'm not called Eileen anymore.
Okay. So please spread it all over, that people will know, because I'm a little bit shy of like telling more than so. That's what. Yeah.
So are you looking for a place to?
Yeah. So right now.
locate yourself?
Yes. So right now I'll be looking for a place that I can put the table, the massage table, make like a practice, like a cabin, like a small, maybe like 10 to 10 feet room, some small office or something, or maybe some place that I can live and practice under the same roof, something like that. Yeah. So that's what I'm what I'm looking, and also the my goal, the ultimate goal that I'm going to, like, that's my target. I see a place on the land that can be available for everybody to come in and just cut all the connections with the outside and just relax, just let it go, and have a very good, decent food, like a really good food. That's, because I call it sattvic food, so I use a lot of Hindu terminology. First, because it is very self-explanatory for me. So for me, it's like very. And second, the Hindu terminology is the one that is used all over because it was so well developed before. So many people and generations, they were talking about health, how food should be taken. They were experimenting to get to some certain conclusions and the types of diets and menus. So it has no sense to reject it and go with somebody who has the modern hypothesis that will be turned upside down in 5 years, and then somebody else will come, and then it will be turned upside down, and nothing stable. So it's better to use something that was verified for generations than all this modern theory. So for me, that was my personal choice. So I was looking into the into the Hindu diet, into the Vedic diet, and it says we have three gunas, three types of energy in this world. So we have three types of the products, everything, and we have three types of the bodies, and it's very easy and very obvious to follow the diet restrictions and to feel better when you use those three gunas. And the food should be completely vegetarian. There should be nothing that was killed. And when I cleanse my body, first time I did a cleansing on my body, and then for I don't know how many, I think it was about like 5 or 6 months, I was completely like out of kill free. Nothing that was killed. So it was in Israel first time in the end of 90s, and I found out that when my body has no meat, no fish in it, but has hummus as a source of proteins, it works so good. I was amazed completely how good it works. All the constipation, all the bad smell of meat, everything that is inside is just like comes out, and then the body feels so good. And then the nose starts to clean up. Oh, my smell is back. Oh, my hearing is back, things like that. And it's very interesting. So from that time, from beginning of like, from about 20 years, yeah, I was experimenting in and out, like, oh, maybe this meat is okay, maybe like the lamb is okay, and it is perfect for us to use lamb meat, and it's written that lamb meat is okay. Yeah, probably the easiest way to absorb meat is to eat lamb's meat. Yeah, but for the body doesn't need something that was killed, because after half a year of not using meat, any kind of meat, when you return to it, the first thing I felt was a rage. Okay, rage. I was aggressive. I found myself being, I want to discuss something with you about the politics. Just show me your face, we'll talk. Yeah, I know you, something like that. I was like very like finding the way to fight. I was extremely aggressive, and for me, I had this as a two opposites, so I can compare. I could compare. So now, when somebody tells that that people should be vegetarian, I know that it's not only because the length of the intestine and internal organs, they all say we don't need to eat meat. It's not necessary. We can live without it really good. But also I know how it feels when you don't do it and when you do it. And it's a huge difference in the life force and the losing this aggression, not being so, oh, I'm so stressed out, I'm so drama. No, it's much less drama. You feel much more relaxed and able to negotiate, without any aggression. Crocodile?
There
The
is
bull?
8 foot outside.
Oh, good. We saw like a huge one. Yeah.
There?
So my idea, which is like I want to, and what I'm working on it, and I try to gather people around me, like Uli, Lena, maybe somebody, a few guys, or maybe you'll meet somebody, and life is like it's a network always. So I'm looking for some place that can be established like a retreat, or like what I call is, the name for it is a sanatorium. It means that it is a place that runs on a certain schedule, and everybody can hop in any moment and hop out. So you just hop in the morning, and there's a schedule. So you have the fixed time for the breakfast, for morning exercises, for what kind of food you already know. There are some procedures you can do. You can go to healing procedures, to the massage, to the electronic devices that are there. Then in the middle of the day you can have there is a certain time, like there's a schedule, okay? So there's a schedule for the food, for the exercise, for the meditation, for the talk, and for some positive like movies that we have right now, like a TED Talk and some real movies and documentary movies that you can see that have no aggression in it, no kill. Because in any kids program on TV, you can see it's okay to hit somebody. It's okay to fight. It's okay to be good guy and bad guy, and you have like this indulgence to kill somebody if he's labeled the bad. And it's like constant role of aggression, 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 and aggression, and aggression, and aggression, and aggression, and everywhere. Yeah, so it's too much. It's too much. It's need to be sometimes a little bit, just moved aside and just have this place that you can be there, that you can relax, that you can bring kids, and it's safe for kids, it's safe for youth, it's safe for us, for grandkids, for friends, for everybody. Yeah, just a safe place that you can step in, you have the schedule, it's about you, it's about your health, it's about your healthy diet, you can take part in exercising or in talks or in some activities or in meditations. And you can just, just be present and just sit in your room and do whatever you want. So nothing is mandatory, everything is open. So that is the idea. That is the idea. And we had this place kind of like that places before on the territory of the former Soviet Union. We call them sanatoriums, which they still have some of them running. And I think it's a perfect thing it's just already made. You don't need to invent anything. It's just a made thing. So I just borrowed the idea from there because it's working really good. And I see the guys, you probably know what I'm talking really good. So it's a facility that you step in and you have like the healing program, the diet program, the exercise program running, and you have the fixed timing, and you have a free time and everything, and you go there and relax and rejuvenate. Just recharge your batteries.
It's without night stay, just for daytime, not just this night stay.
You can go home, or you can stay there. If Bezrat Hashem will have I'll have the opportunity to accommodate people for a modern daytime for the night. So have some cabins or something, or maybe it will be something that is already working. So it would be better. Because staying in this place will recharge more than driving home and back in the morning. Because the atmosphere is already is making its impact.
Right. In the United States, we have sanatoriums, but they're for very sick people who have tuberculosis.
Yes.
Or mental
Absolutely.
illness.
Absolutely.
And the retreat center probably.
It's called.
But no.
What's the difference?
Kripalu in Massachusetts, it's like what you're talking about. It's a yoga center.
Yeah, there's some places like that.
Absolutely.
But
There's
it's a big
nothing you
plan.
invented.
Yeah, it's a big
Nothing.
plan.
It's a big plan. Yeah, it's a big plan. They have a big places. Yeah, but nothing to invent. Oh, everything is right here. Yeah,
So
and
the
it's proof for working, so it can be repeated.
I think what she's referring to is choice of word to best describe. The word sanatorium in English and in the United States has a connotation of mental illness. And it's probably in your best interest to use retreat or spa.
Oh, Louisa, it's a good term now. I mean, everybody's going crazy, so it's a good term.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, I know.
I'm just offering.
She's
No,
absolutely
you were
right.
right. I'm just making fun of
I'm
you.
just, are you
Okay,
gonna
so we are.
It's got a negative connotation.
Already right now we are one step more close.
Yes.
I don't wanna go to a sanitarium.
No, it's
Yeah.
retreat.
It's a retreat.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
and the language, it's just more palatable to the American vernacular
Right.
to use a different word. Sanitarium has a a very negative connotation to most Americans. It means mental illness.
It's like the
It
last stop.
It's
You
the
know,
last stop
stop before
for
you're like
depression and
gone.
when you're crazy.
Yeah,
And
it's like you go from home to the end, the end is
So
when
I'm all for
nobody
retreat.
visits you and you're in retreat.
No,
You're
No.
in seclusion and in
expressing
retreat, so
almost
you're
like-
not dangerous
a helpful
to yourself
suggestion.
or anybody else.
Absolutely.
You know what-
It's very valuable one. It's
Papa.
like a
Papa,
nursing
you
home,
know
right?
what I
For
feel?
nursing home.
Sanatorium even for Russian. I'm from Russia and I'm here 42 years. And when I hear the word sanatorium, it does not bring the good memory to me in a lot of ways.
I think you got the point.
So,
That's more doctors with syringes and scary
Okay.
whatever you wanna call it.
Okay, let's get back on it.
Bars over the
Can I just tell you
windows.
something really quick? Before I closed all the businesses, my last place was Island, somewhere here on Capri Island.
Yeah.
And the place called Massage, but because I did more than just massage, I had my table. The place called Massage and More, okay?
That's good.
Exactly, but people didn't read it right. I had some troubles, and I
I want the more.
Let's keep it in the
my intention, I just remembered because of the sanatorium. My intention was just, more, meaning like spinal
So you
decompression.
understand that the importance of
Of the
great
word,
English.
absolutely. So we appreciation
this is
for
where it
their.
all starts.
I will lead them because, Abby, you want to tell something, right?
Yeah, I love the idea of a retreat, of a
Retreat,
long weekend.
yes.
Whether it's spiritual, the book that I gave you guys, that I read from, that was my first live-in retreat. And that's when you really can.
Lifestyle, really, you're attracting a certain philosophy, philosophical person. And it's hard to change people's philosophy, you can introduce them to it, but it's very
I'm gonna disagree in that Florida, we're about 10 years behind the whole West Coast. So
That's a
what you're,
problem?
pardon?
Is that a problem?
I'm not saying it's a problem, but it's like, I haven't even been here that long, and there was like no organic food when I got here. But you're from Seattle, I'm from Portland. It's like stuff that was just commonplace there is gonna be brand new. So what I'm suggesting is that what is common there is kind of a capitalistic idea. Maybe you're gonna be in the forefront of here where it's just sort of coming into play. Now young people I hear are starting to come to Sarasota a little bit more, and so maybe it will, I think that
We even
It's a
have
great
we
idea.
have
I think it's a
vegan
great idea. I
restaurant right
think,
here in town now.
I think people are open to it. I think
I
people
have
the
are
property
open
ready.
to it.
Huh?
And I,
Say it again, please, Abby.
I have the property ready. She was supposed to come here, and in my mind, I already have it.
So it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make it ready. It makes it on the way to it, but yeah. So talking about the food
you know what you
and
might do is just kind of instill in people's minds, if you can even do some like a newspaper article, just draw some attention to yourself. And even if it's an interview, then people might be waiting for this to happen. Like, oh, here's a contact. We're not here, we're not open yet, but just kind of marketing, right?
Yeah, it's
Basically.
marketing.
Okay, thank you.
Market,
Thank
you need
you.
to start from beginning. You need to some place for yoga, for massages, right?
He can start with us, if any of us are open to it, like what he's done for me, as far as
What did he do for you?
yeah, please
Tell
tell.
us.
What did
I,
it?
for over a year and first of all, I'm in pretty good shape. I really am for 62. But I had some problems with my hips, with lifting my right leg, with my balance, with just feeling stuck, kind of energetically. And you all know I have a lot of energy, but
Myself.
Okay, can I say too,
Yeah.
because I've known Father for, since what?
19. Yeah.
Like
from-
10 years,
Yeah, 10
I
years
would
about. Yeah, 10 years.
And I don't have too many people who work on me because I'm very cautious with that. and he's the one who actually works on me too. I mean, I did work before, and I am a therapist myself, but we do the different things. And
You have too much energy.
if you like me, well, then just let's do. I like you, so I'll do what you do. If you like me, do what I do, and we're gonna be peachy and happy, pretty much.
You
I
have
mean-
a lot of energy.
Not always, not always.
Well,
But
I see you always.
it's
very
and I'm
energetic.
60 years old too,
I'm almost 80.
and I'm
Whoa,
taking care of
wow.
4 little ones.
You look great.
Not on a daily
Well,
basis.
I'm
Your
almost
energy level
80.
doesn't feel 80 at all.
Well, I can tell you my story.
And I mean-
Everybody has a story. But, you know, I played tennis until I was 75. But now I'm in big trouble. Big trouble.
No. What you have is definitely me.
Yeah. I've never felt like this before. I can barely walk.
Oh,
The earth is shaking under my feet. Yeah, it's terrible. And I'm used to being physically very active because I grew up on a lake, water skiing, snow skiing, swimming, ice skating, boating. I mean, I'm physically, I played tennis for 30 years. But I had to quit. So maybe I should stop eating meat.
Oh, after 80 years of, yeah, why not?
Why not?
Maybe
Well,
it's
that's a
time.
good.
Hummus.
Well, let me ask
Oh,
you,
yeah.
is it possible to clean your body out after eating that much meat after so long?
Absolutely.
It is?
Until
So
you die.
it depends.
Okay.
It depends. It depends on how serious you are. If you want to be on a sweet and indulging side, which is like common and popular right now, so I will take all this cleansing stuff from companies for 300, 800, 10,000, that you will be like eating it as a food supplement for a month or 2, and then it will cleanse you little by little. So if you are into that, so you will never achieve anything. It's too much. So, but if you are on the Russian way of doing it, so it's like straightforward. So you can cleanse yourself for maybe, I think the really first cleaning will take you 3 days.
don't you think that there's a withdrawal component? I think like one has to be careful to just not, what you're talking about, the Russian way. Not everyone can do that. I think
Yes.
that it can, and especially if you have, like I have to keep my blood sugar at a certain level. I have to have protein, and I years and years ago went through all that.
Yeah, but do you know what is the level of absorption of the protein that you have from the meat and the protein that you have, like say, from the veggies? What is the level of absorption in your body? How much you need to have 10 grams of protein or 13 grams of protein that you need per day? You need 13 grams. 13 grams is a teaspoonful of meat will be 13 grams. 2 teaspoons will be of hummus of garbanzo beans. You know, this is the amount you have.
That's
But
fine.
how much meat you need to eat to absorb this 13 grams? You know.
I don't know how many.
Yeah. It's so to have all that, you need to eat 1 kilogram, which is 2 pounds of meat,
How much do
to
we
absorb 13 grams of protein. Okay? Google it. Google it. I did it a couple times. 13 grams of protein from 2
I'm not
pounds
just
of
viewing
meat.
it, I can only,
So it's very hard for the body and it's time consuming. Now, in order for your body to consume meat, you need to have this certain microflora inside to help you to do it. And this from 2 pounds, 13 grams. So everything that is left after this is about 2 pounds, without 13, is going to feed them. And they are craving for meat. Not this, but them. Your symbionts, the microorganisms that you have in your body. So you're feeding them. When you cleanse your body out of them, you don't have craving, because there is nothing to crave for.
I guess I'm not even talking about cravings, it's just, if blood sugar drops too low, there is no energy and,
Yes.
Without me?
pardon?
Without me?
I'm not saying without meat, but certainly without protein.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
But
I
you
know- I
still,
don't
you still
eat
know
2
there
pounds
is
of meat, but
moringa,
sometimes
moringa nuts, the seeds of moringa, the sweet ones that you take.
I don't
You
know.
Oh,
can use
moringa,
those.
oh my god, I grow it at my
Yeah,
It is
absolutely.
so strong.
Yeah, they're very strong. They're
don't know
extremely
what a
helpful
moringa
in
is.
all the diabetic and pre-diabetic conditions. And there's a lot of people
I know what-
that solve this problem. You
Oh,
can
just
find
the
it on
nuts.
the
We're
internet.
off on a
But
tangent.
it's like a nut, but it's difficult to eat raw.
To refocus.
It's raw, it's like, but
Oh, but
maybe
not
just
everybody
put it in
have
water.
water, and then it
не
becomes
каждый
sweet.
может, not everybody can eat really hummus. I can eat hummus.
It's okay. There's all different
Are
sorts
you-
of
you
protein,
have no
but it's
dairy
not.
probably.
It's not a
Probably
mandatory
vegan,
thing. Please understand.
No,
There's
no,
nothing
I
is mandatory.
I understand.
Nothing is mandatory. If you feel this is working for you the best way, so this is the best way for you. Nobody knows what you need better than yourself.
That's
That's
right.
obvious.